What's up? Today let's talk about every single Rocket League mechanic you're going to need, Jynxzi, or any new player in Rocket League. So if you haven't noticed already, Rocket League is one of the most mechanical games in the world, if not the most mechanical game. There is no other game like Rocket League, and it is insanely competitive and hard to get good at it. But this video here is going to be concentrated for any new player, or Jynxzi, if they want to get good fast. So basically I'm going to go through all the mechanics you're going to need to get good quickly, and how to do those mechanics, and so forth. We're not going to talk about gameplay in this video. Let's get right into it. What's up, Jynxzi? These are all the mechanics you're going to need to play competitive Rocket League. I am a old school Rocket League coach. I haven't played Rocket League in a while. I just got back into it, funnily enough, just at the same time as you. The first thing we're going to talk about are all the mechanics you're going to need to learn quickly to play competitive Rocket League. And when I mean competitive is, I'm going to be completely honest, you're going to have to play the game for a bit to like get to Diamond, but I've noticed you've been playing with pros against pros, so that's going to help you rank up quickly. Just look at my controller overlay. So if you want to learn to control the ball on your hood, got to get to it slowly, and literally it's easier in car cam in this situation, but just boost towards the ball and try to keep the ball on top of the center of the car. Learn to do this by not using boost, and when you get good at it without using boost, you can start to go a little faster by incorporating some boost. Now, if I'm doing mechanics that you physically cannot do, it's because your keybinds are not set properly, and I don't know if you had a keybind tutorial video, but basically the rule is, depending on the controller you're using, you're going to want to be able to press boost and jump at the same time to have effective speed aerials and power shots, and basically boosting and jumping go together, and also drifting, air rolling, and turning. So if you can't do this, so I'm drifting right now, I'm boosting, I'm jumping very easily on my controller. I am using a Xbox Elite controller, so that means that I have paddles on the back, right? So I could boost with this, so I could boost with this button here. Arrow left are on the back of my controller, and my arrow left button is having problems, but that's just life. Just spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day. So once you're good at this, you'll get good at flicks. Now I'm going to show you all the different flicks you're going to need to learn. So the front flip flick, pretty simple stuff, used to lob over the opponents. Back flip flick, used to launch the ball up in the air and get it over the opponents and stuff like that. The side flip flick is really good to maintain momentum with the ball, because when you flick the ball with a side flick, you maintain the same speed as the ball after the flick. You have to land it pretty good though, but so use those side flip flicks to get around people in the center field and then follow through. Car has a delay before you could use the second flick. It's around 1.5 seconds, I don't know exactly, but delayed flicks are really nasty, especially in the lower ranks. Basically, people think you don't have a flick anymore, and then you flick. So let's go back to the flicks. So there's diagonal front flick, which is really good for like launching the ball. You're also going to need to learn speed flicks, boom flicks. So a boom flick is basically a well-timed backflip flick. So it just launches the ball, and usually you could go for the rebound. So those are really good too. So I think you've heard of the musty flick. I wouldn't recommend learning this flick right now. It's not a competitive flick. It's more like Champion 1, Champion 2, Champion 3. You're not going to need the breezy flick, but it looks pretty cool, and it causes a little bit of hesitation on the opponents, but you need a lot of space to do it, but it looks pretty cool. So those flicks are really powerful, really fun to do as well. So once you know how to do this and you're comfortable with this, and look at how much I'm just spamming that trigger, that drive trigger, you know. And then once you have control, you know. So you got the 90-degree flick, which is also kind of used to launch the ball high and wide. So if you're coming in from the right and you want to go left, you're going to use the diagonal right flick, right? So a cool exercise that I talk about not a lot is the drift exercises. Get around these boost pads fast, and it'll teach you how to go and quickly turn the ball around. And at low ranks, a quick turnaround is going to definitely help you. So we're going to talk about bounce dribbles now. So bounce dribbles is like just getting this ball to just bounce just slightly after you touch the ball with the car. Just like that. There you go. And then you can go for a nice little boomer power shot, you know? There you go. In the top cheese. A speed flip is basically a canceled diagonal front flip that was uncanceled. So the way you can get at flip cancels is just do this exercise here. This is called a bunny hop. Pretty useless wave dash, in my opinion, at the lower ranks. Use the net to recover. It'll go faster than turning around, right? There you go. Squishy can tell you a lot about that one. You're gonna have to learn half flips. Basically flip cancels with air roll incorporated, but backwards. And it's a fast way to go from one way to the other. So once you get really good at them, you can become a little monster on the field. Drift is also your best friend. If you land weird, you can hold drift and maintain that speed and then incorporate a backflip or half flip. Bounce dribbles were pretty key because we didn't talk about power shots, but power shots are basically just when you shoot the ball at the net with a little hop right before you hit the ball. If you want to learn how to play quickly, just drive around the field quickly. Just go quick. Don't even touch the ball. Play in ball cam, play in car cam, and just get used to going really fast. That way when you get into a lobby and people are driving really slow, you'll already be like ready to go fast. Drive up the wall, go on the ceiling, explore this lobby, you know? That was actually a flip, cancel, stall thingy. Don't ask me how to do that one yet. You don't even need that. That's completely useless. You're not going to need wall dashes as well. I can't do them really well, but pros use them all the time. Yeah. Anyways, just practice going fast around the field. It's a super good way and a fast way to learn how to play fast. So I'm sure you've wanted to learn how to air dribble. So air dribbling is all about the setup. A good setup will make for an easy air dribble. A bad setup, you'll have to adjust and it'll be harder. One of the ways you can learn air dribbles really fast is doing the post-to-post exercise. So you can stay in car cam and go from post to post. That's it. Once you're comfortable with post to post, incorporate a flip. So off the post, flip onto another post. This is an exercise you could do pretty easily, and same post is actually harder, but still doable. My favorite exercise is the fly around the ball exercise. So this is an exercise that is extremely complicated. I'm forbidding you to be able to use air roll here in this situation, right? The closer you are to the ball, the harder this exercise becomes, but it does teach you how to adjust in the air quickly to be able to just get that air dribble, right? So the further you are from the ball, the easier this exercise gets. But we do not want to aerial. We don't want to use aerial left or aerial right. And that's going to just, your brain's going to go brain dead and you're not going to be able to understand the physics of this. But this is an exercise that you should also use and do 5 minutes a day. So a lot of people actually can't do this mechanic. If you're having trouble with that, incorporate a little bit of air rolls. Why not? Just, it makes your life a lot easier. The perception of the ball stays the same and very easy. If you can't do that, then just try holding your car stable in this circle and then start to go around the ball slowly. Just hold your car up like this, right? So once you get good at that, so my arrow button is actually really hard to push, but once you get good without the arrow, you could definitely do this with the arrow, and it becomes actually easier for everybody to do this with the arrow. And look how close I am to this ball. A lot of control here. When you get really good at it, you can actually get the ball to move a little bit forward and still do the same exercise. Go around the ball as it's moving forward. So if you want to set up for a good air dribble, it's all about that first pop, right? Look at this pop. It's so easy to get under it because the pop was good. So we can talk about flip resets. Unfortunately, flip resets are not going to be easy for you right now because you can't even air dribble. So it's all about the setups, man. If you can pull off a nasty arrow flick, you'll fake the whole lobby from plat to diamond maybe with a good timed air roll flick. That's called a classy flick. Not very necessary, but it looks pretty cool. So if you want to set up for a good double tap, it's all about that setup once again. Double taps are hard, but if you can learn how to control your car and follow through with the double tap, here I kind of messed up that first touch on a double tap, but I was able to recover and put it in. So these are my camera settings. I wouldn't recommend you copy exactly my camera settings, but mostly it'll vary around this setup here. Steering sensitivity and aerial sensitivity, that's all depending on the controller you're using. One of the things you're going to have to understand and use quickly are workshops. My favorite workshop is Dribble 2 Overhaul. This is how I learned how to get good at flicks, how to get good at just controlling the ball. So the ball can't touch the floor, and it's gonna take you forever to get past level 1 and past level 2. But once you do and you understand how to get past these levels, you're already gonna be better mechanically. So when you get close to the net, you can just flick it in and challenge yourself once you get really good at it, right? I mean, it's gonna take you a while before you can do shit like that, let me tell you. So Dribble 2 Overhaul is good for ground dribbles, right? To learn how to do ground dribbles, set up for air dribbles, ground to air dribbles and stuff like that. It's really fun, really good. And, you'll see it'll take you forever to get past a couple levels, but once you actually get good at this, you'll understand a lot of things in Rocket League that you probably never would have understood before. Here I want to try to do a huge backflip flick. There you go. This one's cool. Sets you up for an air dribble, and you have a reset. There you go. So this one here, I like to practice my flicks. Try to get a really nasty flick to the net. Here we're gonna want to flick that ball over the wall, go to the other side, and catch it. And that's very simple. Oh my god. Am I gonna get it? Oh man, it went wide. This is a really old school training pack. It's called Slalom Practice. Basically what you're gonna do here is just not hit these columns and practice flying around them. So first do it straight. So then you want to do it backwards. We're gonna try this sideways. I haven't done this in a while. Extremely good training for aerial control. You do all these exercises 5 minutes a day, you will rank up extremely fast. Go to parkour map. This one's pretty cool too. Parkour map. Head over to 1.12. Here we have reverse gravity. So basically reverse gravity is going to force you to learn how to read those downwards high shots. There we go. 1.14. This one's cool too. I like this one as well. Head over to 1.18 as well. 1.18 is a badass one. 1.18 is no gravity. So it looks pretty cool. And you get to do stuff and understand how your boost really affects the car, So you could work with these training packs to change it up a bit. So this video is already longer than I wanted it to be, but basically if you just do what I just did every single day for 5 to 15 to 20 minutes before actually playing ranked, you will become so much more technical and mechanical crazy fast. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.